Welcome to Brunswick Beat.
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacey Manning. For more than 2 years, money has been slowly draining out of a 72-year-old Leland man's bank account. For about 24 to 26 months, more than 1,600 fraudulent transactions accounted for a loss of more than $260,000 for the U.S. Army veteran who lives alone. On Tuesday, Ed Carter, a financial crimes detective with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office, announced he had arrest warrants for 5 women, charging them with multiple felony financial crimes. 3 suspects are in custody in the New Hanover County Jail, while 2 remain at large. Maria Sloan, Velda Barnhill, and Monica Frazier have turned themselves in to authorities in New Hanover County. 2 suspects, Lisa McLean and Pamela Springer, remain at large.
After 68 years in business, the longtime business J.M. Parker & Sons plans to close. The building supply store at the corner of US 17 and North Carolina 211 is having a liquidation sale and plans to be closed by the end of September. Al Parker, a third-generation operator of the store, says the property is under contract with a developer who plans to build a grocery store, pharmacy, and hardware store at the site.
Brunswick Family Assistance is looking for volunteers to donate time and/or resources to change lives of Brunswick County youth. There are several opportunities to get involved. One way is to serve breakfast and/or lunch through the Summer Youth Food Program. Volunteers are also needed to transport children to and from the sites. In its first week, the program fed 2,100 meals to Brunswick County children. You can also help area youth by taking part in the Christmas in July program. 228 students have applied for the program to receive assistance with back-to-school supplies. Contact BFA to find out how you can help make a difference at 754-4766.
It's been 9 years since Holden Beach resident Joseph Steinbeck died of testicular cancer. As his family moves through the grieving process, they are trying to spread awareness about the cancer that stole their son when he was just 18. At 15 years old, Joey woke up with pain and less than a week later was undergoing surgery and chemotherapy. But for Joey, it was too late. Testicular cancer is highly treatable if caught early. For more about Joey and his family, pick up this week's Beacon.
After more than a year and a half without legal representation, members of the Board of Social Services have found an attorney. At their meeting Tuesday, June 26, board members approved hiring Southport attorney Kenneth Campbell. The DSS recommendation will be forwarded to county commissioners for approval. Campbell said he has been in private practice in Southport since 1984, and his resume includes town and government representation. After briefly hearing from Campbell, board member Bernice Hewitt moved to hire him. County commissioners have the final say.
Officials with Brunswick County Schools received a final written report from Advanced Ed on Tuesday, June 26. Advanced Ed is a national schools accreditation organization. Board members received an oral report from an Advanced Ed representative at a special called meeting in April, but an upcoming retreat will provide a thorough review of all the written findings. A representative will be at the day-long retreat scheduled for July 24th at the Southport Community Center. A school spokesperson said the goal is to review all the findings before making the report public. Brunswick County Schools received a rating of accreditation on advisement. School spokesman Jessica Swinski said the school system is fully accredited.
A Wilmington woman has been charged with the death of a Southport woman after a fatal wreck last Monday, June 18th. Anna Pierce, 27, of Wilmington, has been charged with misdemeanor death by motor vehicle in the fatal head-on collision that killed 55-year-old Sheila Sorrentino of Southport. Pierce was driving on River Road near Belleville around 7:30 a.m. on June 18th. Pierce was driving about 55 miles an hour when she crossed the center line and struck Sorrentino's vehicle head-on. Troopers are still investigating the cause of the wreck, but preliminary toxicology reports suggest drugs and alcohol were not factors in contributing to the wreck.
Sunset Beach Town Council is scheduled to discuss an agreement update with representatives of Jaguars Lair at its upcoming monthly meeting Monday night, July 2nd. Town Councilwoman Karen Joseph had requested Town Clerk Lisa Englund place the item on the agenda, both the public portion and as a closed session item. But Sunset Beach Mayor Richard Serrato took issue, stating he consulted town attorney Michael Eisenberg about keeping the discussion in open session. Serrato said prior meetings with Jaguars Lair developer Mark Sanders and council-appointed members were closed because they were negotiating real estate terms. General updates, he said, need to be discussed in open session. Read all these stories and see more great photos in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Did you get engaged recently or married? Have you celebrated a milestone anniversary? Or did you have a baby? How about letting us share the news with our readers? You can email your social news to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. I'm Rachel Johnson. Josh Rusk is the new head football coach at South Brunswick High School. Rusk was an assistant football coach at South from 2005 to 2010. He also coached track and has been the JV baseball coach for the past 3 years. The 2012 South football team gets its first chance to showcase its talents in the BB&T Jamboree August 10th in Wilmington against Rusk's alma mater, Laney High School. West Brunswick's Jasmine Jackson has signed a letter of intent to attend North Carolina Central University and play volleyball. Jackson is the latest in a number of players in Coach Leslie Reeves' successful volleyball program at West who have received college offers. Jackson will be a middle hitter, the same position she was at West. Jackson said she intended to try out for the track team, another sport in which she excelled at West, but would no longer play basketball. Basketball was the first sport she played as a youngster. Jackson is the West Brunswick High School Female Athlete of the Year. A Southport team swept 3 major awards at the Jollymon King Classic over the weekend. The tournament was based at the Ocean Isle Fishing Center. David Kennedy, fishing aboard Snap 1, caught a 41.6-pound king mackerel. Kennedy also won the Scott Hewitt Memorial Senior Angler category. TK Noel, also fishing aboard Snap 1, won the Lady Angler Prize. Combined with top finishes in the tournament within a tournament and the High Rollers tournament, Snap 1 won more than $18,000. Matt Gay of Walsenburg, fishing aboard Southern Belle, was second with a 37.5-pound king. The team won an estimated $11,000. Jackson David of Wilmington, fishing aboard Intercoastal Angler, was third at 33.95 pounds. He and fellow 17-year-old Hunter Kroom won an estimated $3,000. 176 boats registered to fish in last weekend's tournament. Read all these stories and see more great photos in this week's sports section of the Beacon.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Do you have a community event you'd like to tell our community about? You can email it to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
Well, hello, Trish, once again.
Hi, Laura. This big, beautiful boy is Max. He's about 4 years old. He's up to date on everything he needs.
Aww.
And he had been adopted, but the people had allergies and they had to bring him back. He is friendly, he's sweet. He would be better in a home without small children, but he does get along well with the cats and adults. People just love him.
Yeah.
Large, older kids would be fine with him. He's a sweetheart.
He really is. He's a big, sweet baby. He's a Maine Coon mix, and I have a Maine Coon mix named Max, so
Yeah.
I like this Maine Coon named Max, too. He's a good boy. So come on out and visit with Max. They have plenty of cats and kittens available for adoption here at Cattails. They're located in the Cornerstone Center off of Beach Drive near Ocean Isle Beach, and they're open to the public for visitation from 11 to 1 on Wednesdays and 11 to 3 on Saturdays and Sundays. Right, Trish?
Absolutely right.
All
Yep.
right.
And Max will be waiting here for you, and lots of others. You can see he just is going to climb right down in Laura's lap.
He's a sweetheart, so come on down. Thanks, Trish.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Max.
Bye-bye.
This 4th of July, there will be parades, dancing, live music, food, and other festivities, including fireworks. Ocean Isle Beach celebrates with a golf cart parade beginning at 10 a.m. in the parking lot of the Museum of Coastal Carolina. Calabash and Carolina Shores have teamed up to bring an evening of music and fireworks. Festivities begin at 5:30 p.m. in Calabash, with fireworks scheduled to blast off just after dark. Southport's annual 4th of July Festival gets underway this Saturday with opening ceremonies. The annual 4th of July parade begins at 11 a.m. on Wednesday the 4th, and the festival culminates with a spectacular waterfront fireworks display shortly after dark.
For the past 10 years, the Ocean Isle Beach Community Center has been the place for children to be weekdays during the summer months. Camp OIB, a fun-filled summer camp for children ages 4 to 10, offers family fun 4 days a week at no cost. The camp began in mid-June and runs daily through August 16th. Each day of the camp offers a different theme. Each day includes arts, crafts, games, story time, and new this year, a snack. Camp OIB is available on a first-come, first-served basis. Participants are limited to 35 per day, and advanced reservations aren't available. Registration begins daily at 9:30 a.m. and lasts until 9:50. Camp is from 10 until noon. An adult must accompany children during the program, and Camp We Folks is also provided for younger siblings who attend camp with their family. In honor of the upcoming 4th of July holiday, classes this week will incorporate a patriotic theme.
The town of Sunset Beach is poised to officially launch its new boat launch and fishing pier. An hour-long ribbon-cutting ceremony for the newly constructed Sunset Beach boating access area at the Intercoastal Waterway is scheduled for 11 a.m. this Friday, June 29th. The new boating access is at 101 Sunset Boulevard. The site includes a boat ramp built by the Wildlife Resources Commission, floating dock, breakwaters, parking area, and small fishing pier, available free of charge for public use. The project is a joint effort between the town, county, and WRC. Following Friday's ceremony, the facility will officially open for the public.
Tropical Depression Debbie has been churning up some waves at area beaches this week. On Tuesday morning, surfers on Ocean Isle were excited as some of the season's largest waves were coming ashore. Surfers throughout the county are enjoying the larger waves. Stay tuned to the Brunswick Beacon Online for updates as the tropical depression moves closer to our coast. Also in this week's edition of the Brunswick Beacon, make sure you pick up the Island Living.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. We close out this week's show with images from the grand opening dedication of the SECU Hospice House of Brunswick County. The new facility will be ready for patients on July 1st.